Unit 88 moved through the Capitol building's shadows with mechanical precision. 20 years of conditioning guided every step, every breath calculated for maximum efficiency. The Dominion had crafted him into the perfect weapon, neural implants ensuring absolute obedience, genetic modifications granting inhuman strength, psychological programming erasing any trace of the child he'd once been. His target waited in the ambassador's quarters. Elena Vasquez, the human diplomat who'd spent 3 years attempting to negotiate peace between Earth and the Dominion. The High Command had finally decided she knew too much, saw too clearly through their deceptions. One clean shot. Mission complete. Return to base. Simple. 88 disabled the security systems with practiced ease, his augmented vision piercing the darkness. The door yielded to his override codes. Inside, she sat at her desk, back turned, reviewing documents by lamplight. An easy kill. He raised his plasma rifle targeting system locking onto the base of her skull. His finger touched the trigger. "I've been expecting you," Elena said quietly, not turning around. "Would you like some tea before you shoot me?" 88's training screamed at him to fire, but something made him hesitate. Targets didn't offer tea. They begged, ran, fought. They didn't sound sad. "I know what you are," she continued, finally turning to face him. Her eyes held no fear, only a deep weariness. "Another child they stole and broke. What was your name? Before they made you a number." "Irrelevant," 88 heard himself say. "You are designated for termination." "Yes, I suppose I am." Elena stood slowly, hands visible, no sudden movements. "I've been advocating for the rehabilitation of soldiers like you. The High Command couldn't have that. Too dangerous to their narrative that you're all willing volunteers." She stepped closer. 88's targeting system tracked her movement, his weapon remaining steady. The implants sent cascading commands. Eliminate. Comply. Obey. "Do you know why I'm really here?" Elena asked. "Not for peace treaties or trade agreements. I'm here because 20 years ago, the Dominion raided a colony ship. They took the children to turn into weapons. My son was 5 years old. He had a birthmark on his left wrist, shaped like a crescent moon. 88's weapon wavered imperceptibly. His left hand, hidden beneath armor, bore such a mark. "His name was David," she whispered. "He loved dinosaurs and chocolate ice cream. He couldn't sleep without his stuffed rabbit. I've spent 20 years hoping that somewhere beneath the programming, some part of him survived." The targeting system flashed urgent warnings. Mission parameters exceeding acceptable timeline. Terminate immediately. But 88 found himself studying her face. The curve of her nose. The way she tilted her head when speaking. Fragments of memory crashed against his neural barriers. Sensations his conditioning couldn't quite erase. The smell of lavender. A lullaby hummed in darkness. Warm arms holding him as thunder crashed outside. "I don't ask you to remember me," Elena said, tears streaming down her face. "I know they took that from you, but maybe just for a moment you could choose. Not what they programmed you to do, but what you want to do. Choose?" The concept was alien, impossible. Soldiers didn't choose. They obeyed. The implants burned, punishing his hesitation with waves of agony. His hands shook. "It's all right," Elena said softly. "Whatever you decide, I forgive you. A mother always forgives her child." Something shattered inside 88's mind. Not the implants, those remained, screaming their digital commands. But something deeper, more fundamental. The wall between the weapon he'd been made and the human he'd been born. The plasma rifle fell from nerveless fingers, clattering on the floor. And Unit 88, the Dominion's perfect soldier, dropped to his knees. "I can't," he whispered, the words torn from somewhere beyond programming. "I can't kill you. I don't know why." Elena knelt beside him, gently placing a hand on his armored shoulder. "Because you're human, David. No matter what they did to you, you're still human. And humans can choose love over obedience. The Dominion would send others. 88 knew this. His defiance would trigger kill switches, remote termination protocols. He had minutes, perhaps less. But in those minutes, he wasn't Unit 88. He was David Vasquez, who loved dinosaurs and chocolate ice cream. He was a son who chose his mother over his mission. He was human, and that was worth everything.